you know, coming out that one night, that was all paying off.
Considering all the things, Bud and Boots represent two different eras of boxing greatness colliding at the perfect moment. As a former undisputed multi-division world champion, Bud has established a reputation for accuracy, adaptability, and supremacy against elite opponents. His image as one of the most complete boxers of his generation has been solidified by his outstanding triumphs against top competitors like Spence and Canelo. In contrast, Boots is the young, bold, and explosive face of the new wave. He has rapidly emerged as one of boxing's biggest stars because of his perfect record and outstanding victories over formidable opponents like Villa and Lima. The upcoming chapter of boxing history is expected to be defined by a conflict between Bud's experience and Boots' youthful aggression. In short, the boxing community is buzzing with excitement over the possibility of seeing Bud and Boots finally share the ring. Although Boots was previously expected to face Virgil Ortiz, even without an official announcement, his decision to potentially take on Crawford has been widely celebrated by fans and analysts alike. Many people think that this fight is significantly more interesting than any other one that is currently scheduled. Prominent boxing experts and ardent fans have already started to make predictions. Bud's supporters think Boots will have an even harder time stopping him if Canelo is unable to. In contrast to Canelo's slower, aging style, Boots' supporters feel that he has a good chance of winning by highlighting his youth, speed, and enthusiasm. So in the end, what do you think about this potential showdown between Terrence and Boots? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this matchup, and who do you believe will come out on top if the fight actually happens? Will the experience and skill of Bud prevail, or will the youth and power of Boots take over the night? Drop your predictions in the comments section below. Your opinions truly matter. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, as your support keeps us motivated to bring you more exciting boxing content. Stay tuned for future updates.
Candace Owens has vowed to not abide by this gag order. Don't worry about the gag order in the Charlie Kirk case. I plan to violate it on the world's behalf. The things I've discovered in this past week are enough to burn the house down.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
Charlie was betrayed by everyone. Hey, so it turns out that judge that we just talked to you about in that other segment, and if you haven't seen it, go watch that segment, because he's very suspicious. A lot of Google searches on this judge from Israel before the shooting. Isn't that interesting? So he has now had an here it is. He's issued a gag order, an unprecedented gag order in Utah. Over 3,000 witnesses, associates of the case, attorneys, family members, and even the press are subject to this gag order, threatened with potential contempt of court. So here's a little news report from Utah.
Tyler Robinson's latest court hearing was brief, but some interesting things did happen, including one issue that could impact thousands of people here in Utah.
Thousands.
Good morning. Court is now in session.
Tyler Robinson was not present for the hearing. Instead, he listened in from the Utah County Jail. His lawyers focused on upcoming issues like evidence from the crime scene.
There is a substantial amount of discovery in this case, Your Honor. It's voluminous, to say the least.
His lawyers entered their formal appearance and declined to waive his right to a preliminary hearing. Judge Tony Graff has issued a gag order preventing anyone associated with the case from talking about it. It's to avoid pretrial publicity, already a big problem. A case with massive media exposure involving a high-profile figure like Charlie Kirk, but the judge wants to ensure a fairer trial for Robinson. It's also brought up a big issue involving thousands of people.
We're seeking some clarification with respect to the phrase "all witnesses," Your Honor. There are a number of witnesses that have yet to be identified that will likely be used in the state's case. This occurred in front of 2,000 to 3,000 students at Utah Valley University. So we're in the process of identifying those witnesses. And so those individuals are presently unknown right
The court will rule that as the witnesses become known to each side, that information is conveyed to abide by this order. Obviously, there are potentially many witnesses, and so it's not the expectation that you would be able to do that up front, but as they become known.
The judge made it clear he wants to ensure Robinson's constitutional rights will be protected, as well as the rights of the victim.
Counsel, regardless of who is watching, whether it is the nation or a single individual, we must fulfill our roles with integrity, civility, and diligence. I encourage each of you to give your very best to this case. Neither Mr. Robinson nor the people of Utah deserve anything less than the fair and impartial administration of justice.
Any comment? Outside court, lawyers declined to comment.
Not today. Not today. Thanks, though.
Robinson will be back here in court in person for another hearing on October 30th. In Provo, Ben.
So this seems very sketchy. This all seems very sketchy. Where did the Tyler Robinson's lawyers come from? Could you look it up? Do you have any idea, Kurt?
He's being appointed by the
Yeah, that's what I
prosecution.
thought. He was appointed.
So the prosecution is appointing
Well, the way it's going to be framed is the county paid for it, but the bottom line is lots of people want to represent this guy
But they
because they think he's
refused.
what?
But they refused him. Go ahead.
Kurt.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of people think he's getting stitched up that are lawyers, but they won't be permitted to do it. The prosecutor will say who did it. And I can't remember
So wait a
his
minute.
name.
So let me just get this clear. So there's lots of people coming forward who want to represent him, but the judge or the county, the government, which is really the prosecutors, get to choose who his legal representation is.
Yeah, we can just say
How could that possibly be?
the county pays for a public defender, so it's not ethical at all, but it is legal there. And I don't remember the chick's name. I saw her on a redacted clip, and she explained trying to get in touch to a lawyer. This one, I was trying to get in touch and got flatly refused because they're not allowing that. So they're going to provide him with his defense. They don't want him defended. They want a nice Ryan Ralph stitch up.
Candace Owens has vowed to not abide by this gag order. Don't worry about the gag order in the Charlie Kirk case. I plan to violate it on the world's behalf. The things I've discovered in this past week are enough to burn the house down.
Yeah.
Yes, Charlie
welcome
was
to voting.
Charlie was betrayed by everyone. So she's meaning he was betrayed by the Turning Point USA. He was betrayed by his donors. He was betrayed by the Trump administration. He was betrayed by everyone. Because
Yeah, his Truman Show. He was living in the Truman Show, poor guy. Did you see his wife at the rally coming out to pyrotechnics like she's goddamn killed Tony?
yeah,
Did
I
you
saw
see that?
Yeah.
Creepy as hell.
So let's watch this. Shocking cover-up. Utah judges in Kurt's assassinations trial drop secret gag order to silence witnesses. So that's what they're doing. They're putting this. But wait, Israel IP hits on them months before the hit. Judge swap smells like a setup. So, just like we've been telling you about, they've been doing these Google searches for everything and everybody inside Utah before the assassination. From the surgeon to the hospital he was taken, to the FBI person, to the judge, to everybody, to the shooter, to Tyler Robinson. This is happening. Google searches from D.C. and Israel before the assassination. They were Google searching the Lovie Center at the university, which is where they say Tyler Robinson was on top of. They were searching everything. So turns out they were also searching this judge. In the Tyler Robinson trial for Kirk's September 10th murder, Judge Tori Graf, now presiding, and his predecessor Robert Lunin were hit with unique Google searches from the Israeli IP addresses. Lunin on May 15th, Graf on July 26th. It's my birthday. Before the assassination, 0 Utah-based searches on either until after Charlie Kirk's death. Coincidence? Or foreign intel scouring the bench. Scouting the bench. Lunin retires, so the original judge retired August 1st. Graf slides in August 4th, the exact day that the FBI boss in Utah was yanked by Kash Patel. Timing's it's a red flag parade. But here's the killer. On October 16th, 2025, Graf, the judge, drops an unprecedented gag order on his own motion. There was no request from prosecutors or defense to muzzle all the witnesses. The judge just did this by himself, pulled it out of his ass.
Oh, I wonder if somebody Google searched Zionist punk and it came up good for him.
You know, I'm just trying to figure out, Jimmy, why does it say December 16th, 2025? Where it says, but here's the killer on December 16th, 2025, Graf drops an unprecedented gag order.
I guess that meant to be October. It should be
Okay.
October.
Okay.
I think that's a typo. It should be October
Okay.
because that's when it got dropped. In fact, no request from the prosecutors, no request from the defense. He just did it all on his own to silence witnesses, future lawyers, staff, even non-case attorneys in their firms. So it binds lawyers to police witnesses' mouths, imputes blame for extrajudicial chatter, routine in high-profile cases, sure, but this one's a sledgehammer on First Amendment rights, tainting jury pools as a pretext while burying both. Defense should have fought back. Our independent sleuths, you, me, and the